You know, I will say that for being extremely healthy and very happy, having a bunch of ominous green bubbles pop over your head does not inspire confidence when one returns to your village and thinking that, oh yes, we did fix that plague last time, didn't we? Yeah, no, we did. But as soon as I started looking around and everyone has little green bubbles over their head, I thought that it was going to be the end times. The end times for the village of Downhill One Way. However, even though we did indeed lose the village of Uphill Both Ways during their second winter, we are actually in extremely great form right now. I'm actually very proud because I do believe that our carrots just may carrot us through. Okay. I really hope my husband heard that because that was a good pun. Carrot us through the rest of winter, which are only 13 days to the season. So even though we are indeed going to be losing out on some of the onions that we planted, because we only have one poor farmer, Orbit Dragon, she's just going to be pulling onions. She can't even really move from that spot for the rest of the winter. But at least planting them gave us like a lot of nature protection, I guess. Yes, so we've got plenty of food, which is kind of, you know, step number one in not having the whole village starve to death and then get really sick and then start attacking each other and telling each other that there's like wolves in the forest and running away. And look, we're not going to relive that, okay? Instead, we are going to move forward with hope, happiness, and also hopefully some warmer toes shortly. Yeah, I mean it, warmer toes, because the only thing we really have to face right now is, that's the Doom level event. Oh, that's a little more of a problem than just being a normal event, especially when we haven't really got a good lead on it right now. Well, good thing we are building multiple new bonfires with every scrap of extra piece of wood that we currently have. I think we have, okay, well, I said multiple new bonfires, but unfortunately we only have like two. Two new bonfires, which would be 4 more. That would be a little bit ahead of the heat issue. That would be 4 more pieces of, or 4 more bits of heat to warm our toes and prevent some sort of frosty doom from hitting us. But I would like to add to it, but we don't have a lot of wood. Perhaps, Orbit Dragon, I may take you off of working on those wonderful onions, and instead I might have you add to the... Okay, we need more wood. Add to the wood collecting. Is it worth it to build... Yeah, it is. Well, okay. Is it worth it to build? Okay, it is absolutely worth it to build like a better wood pile, I think. Maybe. With that number of days, wood terrain. Okay. I actually think... Yes. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we are going to add in yet another spot where we can collect up some sticks and go ahead and toss them into the bonfire to warm our toes. Thank goodness we don't need all of our healers currently healing, and we're slowly and painfully working our way through the paper maker research with... Oh, there you are, Fenrir. I was trying to figure out which one of our druids was actually on duty right now. But all right, so we have plenty of carrot soup. Thanks to our wonderful chef Windfallen, who has carried us through this winter with warm glop, basically. We are going to be getting more bonfires up and going. And that's kind of like occupying the whole village, to be honest. Everyone is either like making soup, cutting wood, and we've just got one extra with Fenrir Dragon sort of working on a teensy bit of an idea of making paper, which ironically we need more wood for. So hopefully pretty soon we will be able to focus on doing... Let's see, where is it? There it is. The hemp wood maker, because that would allow us to have a lot of wood, but it's going to take a little while to get there. Ah, well. Carry on, my piplings. I am uncertain about the future of this winter without plenty of fires. Unfortunately, the cold domain is one of the stronger of the domains at the moment, which means that if we really don't stay on top of this, oh wow, actually I think it may be one of the strongest. Yeah, so that means that if we are not able to face our freezing fears, working against the domain, oh, the threat is annoying right now. Annoying, I would rank it as higher than annoying when it could possibly freeze out most of our village. But just in case, let's see, everyone's busy right now. Do we have enough wood? Not enough wood yet. And we actually have like multiple people collecting wood. All right, well, we'll continue to carry on at this level. Actually, Finir, you could be more useful gathering some water at the moment so that Windfallen can carry on with the carrot soup. All right, come on, everybody. We're not staying quite as warm and toasty as I hoped, but 31% chance. Only a 31% chance of a good event. Okay. Maybe we need to be collecting our lucky rabbits rather than anything else because that's not quite as much as I was hoping for. Oh man. Okay, so we're not going to be able to get ahead on having enough wood unless I get even more. Oh, I see. Okay, so dang, yeah, like we're barely going to be able to get ahead on the wood at this rate. So let's build another wood pile over here with Finrir, and we'll try gathering more like wood over there. Gosh. All right, well, it's winter in the woods, and we shall try to keep ourselves warm. It does seem a little intense to throw the entire village behind raging fires and trying to go ahead and burn through whatever stick supply we have. But hey, now we have a 69% chance of a good event. Whew. Okay, let's keep pushing and we might be able to make this happen. And we almost have enough excess wood to build another bonfire. So actually, good job, everyone. Like, we're making it happen. This is what it looks like when an entire village can go ahead and work together on trying to reach for their survival. Especially when they're not terrified out of their minds from having to sacrifice poor rabbits. I am going to be very excited when we're able to go ahead and actually have the sheep start joining us for giving us their milk and things and the wool, because that will be just delightful, I think. All right, let's see. Finir, I do believe we finally have just enough extra wood for the day that you can go ahead and add to the bonfire. Wow, okay. This is actually kind of amazing. We're literally just sort of rushing towards this because the whole village just has to do their best to focus on this one thing. We may be small in number, but we are, well, large in hope is what I was gonna say, but then I also looked at all the rabbits. We're very outnumbered by the rabbits, so we're small in number of pips, but we are extremely high in number of lucky rabbit's feet, so maybe that counts for something. Oh, all right, so we do have fire being made. Do I have another one of the... Okay, and Dino Mans, I do believe that you can be spared for a moment to come over and gather more of this water for Windfallen, and otherwise... We're doing it, you guys! Oh my gosh, I'm so proud of our villagers. What the heck? Oh my goodness, Cobalt. I didn't realize Cobalt. Cobalt! You were gathering copper ore this whole time? I could have had you, like, collecting wood or generating heat from making copper bars. That is a little bit amusing to me, to say the least. Well, there we go. All right, meanwhile, let's see. We don't really need that extra wood, Dino Mans, so is there anything that I could go ahead... How about I have you trade off with one of our... There we go. With Finir, so we can continue to contemplate, like, what would a woodchuck do with paper? Do you think paper is kind of like the processed meals for beavers? I need to go ask my husband this later. Because, you know how the highly processed food, not good for you. But does that mean that paper, which used to be trees, is like highly processed food for a beaver? I mean, dogs sometimes eat people's homework, and my Great Dane growing up as a teenager literally did that. So that would be kind of interesting to see. We've done it! Okay, wow. Like, we've actually done it. All right, now I have to admit I'm feeling a little bit sassy with pride, but we can actually take a few people off of, like, generating heat, too. What? I was kind of expecting to suffer more than that. I know that sounds really bad, but I legitimately was sort of expecting to suffer a lot more than we just did in our efforts to go ahead and keep everybody alive. But it actually worked out okay. It worked out okay enough that I'm trying to find where the heck my last druid went so we can have everybody... Oh, there you are. Nether hearts, hey. So we can have like all of our druids chipping away at doing a little research because we've managed it. Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. And oh, Adelie, that means I can have you come over and you can start working on training for your knife master. Yes. Oh, that's going to be fantastic because that actually ties in with Papermaker. And it also means that Adelaide Faye, the first child born in our village in oh so long, does indeed represent a positive turn of fate. Good. Phew. I mean, it does feel a little weird to stare at somebody waving a knife around and be like, there's our sign that the fate of the village is going to do well. But apparently it makes our pips feel hopeful by performing the performance. Not gonna question it. Yes! And as a further reward, my memory beans have even been jogged. And that means we're gonna be able to learn about something new. Ooh! Wait, I remember that after the Doom event was averted, the entire village was different. The boom of making room? All dwellings gained space for one more pip? You mean we could have more pips in our village right now without having to kill rabbits? I take it back, Adelaide. Swing that knife all you want. You are the luckiest of lucky. I can't even begin to put into words how amazing that is. Because literally the only way otherwise for us to add pips into our community is with all of the leather that we would have to harvest from the poor bunnies. I'm so relieved. That's wonderful. We've done it, pips. That winter went by fast, actually. I guess with everyone working together. Good news, everybody. The Doom event has been averted. Be careful. The longer we stay here, the more difficult it will be. But we have also risen above the line in the sand where the village of Uphill Both Ways died off. And not only that, we have risen with a new boon, new hope, and we even feel comfortable enough to make more room within our homes to welcome more villagers. I'm pretty proud of us. All right, there we go. The truth. Not the first village to be cursed. All right, I think we're having to, I'm just kind of zipping through it because we must tell them about the sad, woeful tale of the village of Uphill Both Ways now that we've made it so far. Yes, we've done it. Okay, I guess the village of Uphill Both Ways, I think, actually made it to the third winter. Maybe. Well. Yay! All right. Okay, wow. Oh. Yes, the next season is indeed coming, Elder. Oh, all right. And the research complete for Papermaker. Woo! That makes me very excited. Oh, and we jogged my memory beans. All right, let's actually see what memories I have regained before we go ahead and we see what the next season of Fate has in store. Oh, yeah, that's right. We could go ahead and remember about poisoning. Yep, that's totally what I want to spend my memory beans on. Uh-huh. Sure. I totally wouldn't pick all new crops with 2 new plants. I won't lie to you. Here we go. All new crops. Medical herb field. That is so perfect. for the village of Downhill One Way to have discovered, considering that they have fought off the spirits of rot again and again and again. That's amazing. One Pip once found that you could grow new medical herbs if you watered the seeds just enough. I am so excited about that. Summer and autumn! So we can't grow the medical herbs yet, but that is a huge difference to the way you can only collect them usually in autumn. Oh, I hope we can research that. Oh my word, I hope we can research this. A seeds field? We found out that some types of seeds can produce even more seeds. Seeds all year round. Well, almost, like not in spring or in winter, but I will take a field that just gives me seeds. That sounds amazing. One may even say that seed's amazing. And yes, we could see what lies next, but we shall not, because we have a responsibility to see what happens once we remember about poisoning. Is it perhaps going to unlock a whole bunch of very stressful and very dangerous events that will make Windfallen shake their fist like in fury at, you know, the fact that poisoning is actually one of the things that the Cauldron is very susceptible to? Yes. Will it still add to the story of our Pips' lives and make everything dramatic and interesting and exciting? Also yes, I'll take it. All right. So, now that we have researched the papermaker, we could indeed turn our attention to the scriptorium, where now that we have survived this long, we could perhaps go and use our knowledge of having survived past where the village of Uphill Both Ways did to record our discoveries and record the advances that we believe really contributed to our survival thus far. Basically, it boils down to, like, pick a lot of carrots, glop your gloop, and don't kill bunnies. Let's actually put a bit of effort back behind the scriptorium. It might take a little while to really get up and running, but it will definitely help a little. Okay, it's gonna like double more than what we can get from our druids. But, you know, don't blame the druids. They can only read so much in like the footprints of rabbits and the splashing of fish before something gets lost in translation. So yeah, don't blame them. All right, in any case, we can kind of back up off of the whole cold thing if we really wanted to. And I think that that's gonna work out well. There's gonna be a new seasonal event, but what do we have in store next? So a season event, temperature is bound to change, tied to the cold domain. Then sickness, cataclysm, and heat. Interesting. It sounds like my instincts, thinking that we might want to prepare ourselves when it comes to making sure that we have plenty of bandages. Ooh, not enough hemp or water. All right, we'll get to work on collecting some of those things then. Let's see. There we are. We can start. Oh, we could start. We could have a baby boom for spring. Oh, that makes me really happy. We could have a little baby boom for spring. Aw, okay, that seems like a pretty fun and fitting thing. So Cobalt, Lark Spring, why don't you go ahead and we'll start welcoming in the new spring with a new Pipling, because I believe that we can actually go ahead, glop some gloop, and welcome more children into our village. Though I would like Amy, Wolfsong, to go ahead and also come over and maybe help out with more food then. We'll have more mouths to feed, but we'll have more mouths to feed. We haven't had more mouths to feed in so long. That's going to be very exciting. You know what, Canis Abel? I think I'll have you gather water for a minute because we have a couple infusions left, one bandage. We're going to just need to plant fields and fields of hemp when spring rolls around. All right. Excellent. Okay, are we still working on new Pip Baby? We are! Okay, Cobalt, Night, and the Lark Spring are the ones who have been chosen for that. And I guess we can go ahead. Do I want to help out with this like event? I think it just means that the season's going to change. I think we're okay there. Oh man, we can actually breathe for a second. Let's try gathering a little bit more wood with Amy Wolfsong. Amy, I might be forgetting what you are trained in because I have had everyone doing so many different jobs. Oh, you're the cook. Okay, Amy, I'm sorry. I remember now. I wanted you to come glop gloop. Thank you very much. There we go. And we're doing it. Mildly a chaotic day because I got extremely excited, but the excitement was warranted because of all of the things that we could have been graced with from the blessings of the wild winter rabbit, one might say. Being able to add more villagers to our tents without having to kill anyone, aka like kill the bunnies that is really wonderful. And we shall add even more new piplings to the village and see what fate has in store for us next time. So thank you all so much for joining us on these adventures. And if you would like to join us on this and literally thousands more, do please go ahead and get cozy. We've got room for you in the tents now. But most importantly, stay curious. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.